Hello and welcome back to another exciting session of this discourse database administration. I'm really happy to stay this far. I'm hopeful that you're picking up a few things, along the journey. So far, we've covered a few things, we touched these great statements, um, setting records into the database. We've also looked at viewing records as well as editing this record or even taking this record off. Okay. So in this section, we're going to take a deeper dive in how we can view this record. Okay. So let's all right. So by now we should already see a little bit of change that have a different table now. The told you to add more records using the search command to your own database, you know, table tables are created as the case may be. So I created another table called seller, and this table I have different columns as you can see here. We have the region, rep, item, unit, unit code, and total. Okay, there are about excuse me, there are over 40 records here. Okay, so you can see 43. Yes, that's correct. 43 records in the table. All right, so with our big select statements that we've been covering thus far in the course, we'll be writing our statements such as we say select, right? We use the asterisk, and if you call from previous section, we say the asterisk is where you're calling all the columns, right? And we went over that how you can select particular column that you want to return to you. Now, we said the way how you're able to streamline the rows that are right, the rows that are written. So in this case, I'm just say SNO equals to execute this command, and now see just one record return, and that's where the SN is equal to 2. Okay. Now, as good as that is, there may be more criteria where you just don't want one record return, but you have a different a different thing in mind. Okay, so say reference number is equal to there's a there's an alternative or an equal side to equal to, and that's you can easily change that by saying where it's not equal to 2. Now to apply this command, you simply um, use an exclamation mark before the equal to symbol. In MySQL and quite a number of computing language to negate an instruction. In other words, say no, you just simply use the exclamation mark preceding symbol. So in this case, here, I'm going to say not equal to 2. That's what this exclamation mark means. You've been seeing how to write equal to all of it, but now you see how to write not equal to. So now take a and you see that all the words are returned except where the SN is not 2. So we'll see we have 1, 3, 4, 5, 7, you know, and it goes on and on. So the goal of exercise is for you to see how you can add more flexibility or make your workloads more dynamic as the case may be. So you've seen equal to, you've seen the not equal to. There are quite a number of them. I'm just going to show you a few. All right. Now, this same rule can be applied to non-integer types, which is non-numeric values. So we have regions, and we have several regions that are east and the like. So I'm here going to just say where is not east, but it's not the SNO column. We have to use the appropriate columns. Where region is not east. Now what happens? I execute that command, and for scrolling, you just see that the regions that are returned here is not east. Okay, so you can play with this, and if I were to just take off that exclamation mark to now make where region is, we see that all the records that are returned have the region, set to east. Okay, another you would like to look at is when you're dealing with something integer, numerical data types in a column. There you can use some arithmetic conditions, try to use an appropriate term, you know. But simply put, you can say, I want to see region where the unit is below 50, right? For this, we're saying we have 5, we have 16, and so I just want to where the unit is below, right? Below. So to do that, we have use the greater than and less than symbol on your keyboard. All right. So I'm just saying less than, and I put in 50 there. I'm going to take this off, and now when I hit enter, we're using the unit to filter our data sets, right? So pay close attention to that. Now when I execute this command, we see that all the return the units are less than 50, it's less than 50. In same way, you can flip it to say greater than, right? You can use to say greater than 50. Execute the command, and you can see we just have values that are above 50. Now, there may be sometime when you just don't want to say greater than, you want to say it's either 50 or it's greater than 50. So, what you need to do is next to that symbol, type in equal symbol as well. So this is say if it's greater than or equal 50, you know, you execute that, and look, we have a that actually has the unit set to 50. If there are more, and I think I just saw another here, also 50, and same thing applies to the less than the less than feature as well. Now there is a last I, I just like to share for you to actually look at. So what do you think happens if you use greater than and the less than symbol? What would happen here? Okay, let's execute. What happens here is you're saying when neither 50, you're not saying greater than less than. This is another way of writing this. Okay, it's just another way of writing it, saying not equal to. Okay, so just process that. And the last uh, uh, I want to expound on has to do with wild wild um this a concept a in computing terms general. When you say wild card, I just wonder what what do you mean by wild card? Wild card. Now, simply, you know, one of, one of one of the best ways I can just say is you're using the wildcard character to search for things that are identical. So it's not an exact match, but it's close to it because all the logic here will be working with exact match, right? We'll be working exact. Sorry, the screen went blank for a second. So we work with exact match, but sometimes your result set, yeah, you don't really have that exact match. You're just saying like, hey, something that looks like, and a good way to look at would be looking at items that have pencil, have pen, you know, that distinction of like, hey, I'm not sure if it's a pencil or if it's a pen. So if it just has the word PEN in it, return those those values. Now there are a number of ways, to perform a wildcard search in MySQL. One of the popular ones is using this command, you know, like, right? Now the like has different sides to it. Okay. Now when we've been using the equal to symbol, especially with non-integer types, we had to close our value in code. So similar thing with the like command. Now the difference, where the magic happens, what in between the codes. Okay. So now, generally speaking, to perform a close search on something in between code, you should include the value in percentage sign like this. Okay. Now we're saying pencil, right? Pen and pencil. So now I have a code, a percentage mark, and then I have pen, the word pen in it, right? So what I'm going to do now is to execute and pay attention to our item volume. You would see only things that have PEN in it. So now when I hit to execute the command, see now just pencil, we have pen sets. You see, I even forgotten that I had this kind of item. Okay, so there's pen set, there's pen, right? So you can just think of how they come in. Perhaps you have a name you want to search with, you know. So you have you have Johnson, you may have John, several uh, names that have the string John in it. You know, this would come in handy for a wildcard search. So you get the picture of wildcard search and take, right? Now, this is like the most basic bit of a wildcard search, just including a percentages and then in code. I would like to also just add two more things, or in this case I'm thinking of, is that the percentage symbol is also symbolic as to where its position. The percentage symbol is symbolic as to where its position. And I was to get something that I feel would really apply this. Just random scrolling the name. I think the names give a better, will make you appreciate it better. So yes, okay. Yes, so I'm gonna use names, which is the rep column. And instead of pen, I'm going to use ON. So I'm looking for rep that have ON in their name. Now execute the command. We have Thompson and just John Thompson. Now observe that ON ON for John comes in as second character. There's a J for it. Well, for Thompson, ON is the last character. Now, if we take off the percentage sign, the last one, and we execute, you see that we have Thompson only returned. Okay. Now, what does it mean? That percentage sign, you just use only and you put first here. You're saying, I want the value, you know, that have ON as the last character. Whatever it is that you place in input as the last character. When you're using double percentage sign, you're saying irrespective of where the character is, return the value. Similar, if you had just inputted the percentage sign only at the last bit there, what you're saying, I want the values on where n is the first character. I hope this helps. Sometimes you may have to just replay to understand it better. Okay. Now, similarly, performing a like action, you can also perform a not like action. But in this case, we don't use the that position exclamation mark. We actually use keyword not like. And when we execute, we see that reps like do not like, right? We don't see anyone that has ON ON return. We don't see anyone that has ON return. Okay. Now you may want to, what if you have more criteria, that you want to subject or result to? Can't it be applied? The answer is a big yes. All right. Um, one or such is using the the and keyword, right? And here you're specifying just one criteria. So if you want other criteria, you simply just put a space and we say and then we don't need to type where, we just simply impute our criteria. So we can say where u is greater than or equal to 50. Okay, and we execute that command. Something was not like this, and you let's see the row. Okay, so it's the column that was the title there. I said unit. That's again units. Okay, so now there's no ref that, and also the unit greater than or equal to 50. So if we go through the values returned here, we don't see any ref that has ON in its name, and at the same time, the value for the unit is not less than 50. We have 50 because we also included an equal, say greater than or equal to 50. Okay, so the and you're using say the two conditions must be met. Whenever it and the next condition must be met just like every the condition before it. You know, so in this I'm saying this condition should and this condition should be met. That's what the and is about. Similar, we have all the all option. So all is saying either one of these conditions should be met. With the and, you're saying both conditions should be met, right? Basically, the and you're saying just to break our command, you're saying select all from this table where this condition is met and this condition is met. So any condition after the keyword must be met. Whereas say all It means either of, okay, observe rules and 14 rules return. But now we're saying or, and let's just take a look at how many rules are returned. We have three rules return. You know, now the reason for this is he's searching to return ON, but it's also saying, hey, if I have that are greater or equal to 50, I'm going to return it. Hence, we can see Jones. So Jones has ON, whereas I said it's not like ON when it doesn't have ON, but it returns here because the value for the copy unit is greater than 50. It's set at 5. Okay, so I'm going to let you just soak this in. Try to practice, the only way to improve on all is by practice. When you have issues, you know, feel free to drop your question. If I'm sure to respond, I'm sure someone else will pick up on that. And if it's not sufficiently addressed, then I will, of course, attend to it. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you in the next section. I will be more on where we're now. Cheers.